Hey, what's up, B-Fam? Today we are talking hiring employees. In case you're new to the channel, my name is Coach Keith. If you're wondering why the B-Fam is coming, you know, this channel is also for my wife and son. We come out with videos specifically focusing more on business coaching lately, and then also some investing and that kind of thing. But more specifically for me personally, my focus will be a lot on business coaching moving forward, and then some videos that are coming out with my son, such as food reviews, which was released like 3 weeks ago, and then some Lego videos, and then maybe some gaming content here and there to keep me sane. But if you haven't already, make sure you slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to stay up to the latest and the greatest with what's going on around here, make sure to tap that notification bell so you can, you know, get those notifications when they actually come out. Zevia Soda. This video is sponsored by Zevia Soda. No, it's not. For me personally, I've been literally going a few weeks without sugar, and it's been tough. Just like cane sugar, basically. Like, haven't been putting it in anything, like in my coffee and that kind of thing. I don't know if specifically like the breads and stuff that I've been having have not had sugar in it. I haven't really been paying much attention to that, but it's been something that I've been focusing on. I feel like it's the discipline is helping me become a better person, at least. Today I wanted to get into hiring employees, specifically like when promote, when to hire, when to kind of just all around, you know, hey, you know what, we have a position, how do we go about filling that position? When it comes down to it, basic principles, right? Today I was listening to a podcast by, I think his name is Jocko Willink and Echo Charles. If you guys don't know, they have like a YouTube channel, podcast thing. I don't know, pretty good information over there. Anyways, they were talking about how they go about, you know, hiring employees, or specifically they had another person on the podcast who does, I think, jiu-jitsu company stuff, and then also he makes jeans and that kind of clothing. So it's pretty cool stuff, right? Anyways, he was talking about one of the questions that he asked in an interview is like, hey, you know what, like, are you looking for a career? Are you looking for a job? And he was like, you know, he's like, I tend to hire people that are looking for a job. Scratch that. People that are looking for a career, because they're typically more long-term focused, right? They're focused on not next week and not next month, but they're focused on what the 2-year, what the 5-year, like basically outlasting, you know, maybe the owner of the company, right? They're trying to make, I think, a difference. And he said, when someone says that they're looking for a career, he's like, usually that comes with hard work. And he's like, and usually, he's like, for me, he's like, I try to bank on hiring someone who would work hard every day, basically welcome to the grind. And instead of someone who is talented, he was like, I can teach. He's like, I can give people the skills and stuff to become a talented person. He's like, you know, I might not have the best developer, but I can give them the tools and they will work hard enough to become a good developer. And I would rather have someone that's a good developer that shows up every single day than someone who doesn't show up every single day that's a great, talented developer. It doesn't feel like they have to show up every single day because, hey, I can work 2 days a week and do the work of this person who takes them 5 days a week, right? So that's kind of the contrast right there, right? And as far as excuse the dogs, we're watching my brother's dogs right now, so they get a little bit hyperactive thinking that he's coming by, but he's got 2 boxers. It's like, how does that affect the company culture, right? You got a guy that's extremely talented and shows up 2 days a week, and then you got someone else who works extremely hard and shows up 5 days a week, and it's like, okay, well, how does that create good company culture? It can't, right? We can all agree with that. As far as like hiring, I think that when it comes down to it, I think to err on the side, to take the risk on someone who is hardworking over someone who is talented, I think is a win-win situation. Like, obviously you're gonna have to weed out people that just can't learn, right? That work hard and really can't learn. Like, you're gonna have to make those hard decisions. But I think when it comes down to it, you might be paying someone a little bit less that's working hard, and then with the ability to increase their wages than someone who's talented and is like, I know I'm talented. And then you got to pay them up front, and then you get them in and you're like, dude, this guy shows up 3 days a week. Like, what the heck is going on, right? There is definitely different risks that come with that. However, I think to err on the hard work side versus the talented side, by all means, like that's where I would err if I was to make that same decision. However, when it comes to like promoting within a company, I think that there is, first of all, I think that a position that's opened up, I think it should be presented to all employees across the board, right? It shouldn't just be like, yeah, we're promoting this person, and we didn't let anybody else know that there was a position available, because you might have someone that's actually hardworking and more talented than that person and more qualified for the position that's also working maybe harder than the person that you're looking at promoting, you know? You have a responsibility to open it up to every employee as far as a promotion goes and say, hey, we're looking at putting someone in this position. Like, is there anybody else that's interested, first of all? And then, hey, you know what? We're looking at you, we're looking at you, we're looking at you. And you obviously have like the person that you want for the position, right? But there's other people that could be eligible candidates for the job, right? Secondly, like maybe opening it up to outside competition, right? Let capitalism play a little bit of a factor in it, right? You never know. You might have someone that's eligible, talented, hardworking, that might perform better at that position. Like, this could be as easy as posting onto Craigslist, Indeed, Monster, and the other sites, ZipRecruiter, and that kind of stuff. Like, just posting onto some job boards and seeing if just kind of go fishing a little bit and see if you find an eligible candidate, bring them in for, you know, an interview, and that way, if you do have someone that's looking for, like, that you're looking at promoting, they don't just assume the promotion. Their promotion's in jeopardy, so they're going to maybe even work harder for that promotion, right? The third hiring ideal is when it comes down to correct compensation, right? So you bring someone in, how do you correctly pay them off the bat? And then second of all, like, how do you justify giving them a raise moving into the future, right? So if you hire someone in not performing well, but you paid them higher than what you were wanting to pay, right? Like, are you able to reduce their pay? Probably not, right? That's probably not going to sit well with them. So do you just let them go and look for someone else? What if they can't be replaced? Like, do you start looking for replacements without letting them know? Like, how do you go about making that happen? I guess to kind of say, like, that might be for another episode, because we're not going to dive into that today. I did get a few good comments on my last video. I don't know if you guys saw, but there wasn't like a hey, response to the video. But there was a good question that came from Gestures, who, if you guys don't know, is a YouTube creator, streamer. He comes out with lots and lots of gaming content. I know if you guys are like, I don't appreciate gaming, good for you. I guess, but he's been really focusing, going to be focusing on Borderlands 3, which releases here in the next day, probably tonight by the time this releases. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, feel free to go check him out. Him and I have been kind of like back and forth working on growing our channels together, and he just recently passed me for subscribers, which, I mean, mad props to him. Like, he's really been putting in a whole lot of work the last 6 months, where I haven't been putting in much work. So when you put in work, you get rewarded, and so mad props to you for sticking to it and putting in that work. But he did ask a question, and I wanted to get to that. He said, I've been struggling with time management lately. Honestly, would be cool to maybe see a video on your tips for managing your time better. And this is a video that I do plan on coming out with. I haven't, like, to be honest, I'm not very good with time management. Like, my wife can attest, like, trust. And I wish that I had like a better grasp on time management and be like, this is how to go about like having better time management. I know for me what works for me, and that's what I want to write down and I want to put out there for you guys. So that'll be a video that will either be coming out next week or in the next 2 weeks. So be expecting that. Next week will probably be a food review with Jay, because we do get our vegan cuts box in, and I'm sure that he's going to be dying to make another video. And yeah, so be on the lookout for the food review, and then we'll be back into some more business related topics. But until next time, guys, I really appreciate all the love and support. Be on the lookout for videos dropping for every Friday at 3 o'clock. Until next time, it's been your coach, and I'll see you later, B-Fam.